Enough. I know I'm looking crazy today, guys. I'm sorry. I'm I'm in a mood. Am I freezing? Whatever. Let me know if we have any internet issues. I will do nothing but pray. But let me know if I do have issues. At least I can know what's going on. Hi, Aaron. Hey, Brian. Holy water. Hi, Rhonda. Hi. Hello, Yakub. Assalamu alaikum. Awad. Hello, Emma Emma. Hello, G the Respirin. Yeah. Lepo. Hey, guys. All right. Well, welcome. A Ginger Ghost. Okay. All right. You know what? The naughty corner is open. The naughty corner is open and ready for business. Just so you know, Larry, open and ready for business at any given time. The naughty corner is 24 hours, really. It really doesn't close ever, just so you guys know. Punishments can still be distributed no matter what. Hello, Beak. Beak. In the Middle East, we have a restaurant, right? It's a chicken restaurant in the Middle East. It's called El Beak. I think I already told you about it again. I think I already told you about this, but just so you know, every time I see your name, I think about El Beak chicken because El Beak chicken is some of the best chicken. It's breaded. It's breaded chicken, but they like cut it into slices. It's so it tastes so good. It has Arabic spices and yeah, but yeah, you can look it up online if you want. It's called El Beak. El Beak, Middle Eastern fast food. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Uh, Aloha snack bar. Go to the naughty corner. Go to the naughty corner right now. Mm. Okay, then. Are you guys ready? Here we go. I know there's some water going on in the background. Leave me alone. But I want you guys to about to cook a beak. Stop. Stop. Did you say you peed in a naughty corner? I don't know what to do with you guys. I really don't. Sometimes you guys behave, and then sometimes you guys, I don't know what's wrong with you. You guys need to get it together. This is a drink that I make myself. This is rose water drink with ice and Sprite. So it's like a creamy, carbonated, uh, whatever. It's good though. It tastes really good. It's rose water. It's rose flavored, I guess you could say. So good. Okay. So the title of this stream is, oh yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't here last week, guys. I'm sorry I wasn't here, but oh well, get over it. I'm here now, so don't complain. So this stream is called Should Trump Be Unpredictable? The reason I put this question to you guys was because I was online, right? And people were talking about Trump online. And there was this one gentleman, he's a black guy, and he posted this video on YouTube. And his pinned comment was, Trump ain't playing around, right? And I commented below that and I said, darn straight. I said, I said something like, countries better act right because Trump is unpredictable. They need to behave. Other people agreed with me. Many people agreed. But there was just one person who came and said, you know, having a president that's unpredictable isn't a good thing, right? You don't know that having an unpredictable president is a bad thing. I sat and I wondered and I thought to myself, is this person right? Does this person have a point? Should we be worried because we have an unpredictable president? Should we know what to expect out of our president? Should we not be shocked by things that he does? Or, you know what I mean? Should we? And Trump is the bull in the china shop. But my thing is, I have this. This is what I came to think. I believe that us as Americans, we should not be dealing with an unpredictable president when it comes to things that need to be stable, like the economy, like health, like, I'm freezing.
It's weird. The audio is fine, but the picture's frozen.
So you guys can hear me then?
Yes.
And then StreamYard is acting weird. It's frozen. The whole
Yeah.
StreamYard, I can't touch anything.
That's so strange. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, folks. For those that don't know, StreamYard has been doing a lot of updates lately, and I think that they've been messing things up rather than fixing them. This might be one of those deals. So I don't know. Amira, it might be easier if you back out and re-enter, kind of like reload it. But
Did you hear me?
You were muted there for a minute.
Oh, okay. So it did work. I pushed the mute and it doesn't show that it's working.
I showed it on my end.
It says, well, the chat isn't moving. Is it moving for you?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But I just reset it myself, so.
All right. I'll go back out and I'll restart. I'll be back.
Okie doke. I will hold the fort down. So, folks, again, apologize about this, technical difficulties, all that. I've been having trouble with this over on my own channel as well, and I'm looking into some alternatives because StreamYard it's not as reliable as it used to be. They got bought out by somebody else, so. Okay, move around.
I can't believe how bad it's getting in StreamYard. It's every time now that we use it is something happens.
Right. So okay, but you look good now. You're moving now. So.
Well, it's not their internet. It's not my internet. It's StreamYard.
Oh, yeah. It's the software. Yeah, it's definitely the software because it's happening across the board. It's happening in a lot of places.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not my internet for sure. But all right then. Thanks. I apologize, guys, for the technical difficulties. Oh my God. If it's not one thing, it's the freaking other. Anyway, I was thinking, should our president be unpredictable for certain things and predictable for others? The other thing that I was thinking, we need a president that's unpredictable to other nations. Other nations should be afraid of what we might do next. You know what I mean? So the reply that I sent back to this person was, I said, we have already seen what other nations do when we have a predictable president. Predictable Biden wasn't a fear for anybody. All nations did whatever the F they wanted to do. America didn't even cross their minds when Biden was in. America, they didn't think about what America was going to do. Oh my God, it's freezing again. Are you kidding me? All right. This is bad. This is bad.
Yeah, that's again, the audio's fine. It's just the picture.
So should I? Can the people hear me?
Yeah, you guys can all hear her, right? Like it's coming through pretty clear.
Oh my God! You know what? I'm gonna restart my computer, I guess, and see if that helps. Okay. All right. Bye.
Okay. Yeah, they do hear you, but yeah.
Oh, they do hear me. Okay, then. All right. Well, then good thing I didn't start cursing up a storm. I was getting ready to lose it. All right, then. Well, I will restart everything and see what. Bye.
Okay, doke. We'll see you soon.
Don't bore them to death. Say something at least.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm being punished, folks, because I missed last week. Some of you might have noticed.
Now it's back again. Should I leave anyway? Should I just do it anyway or no?
If it happens again, I'd reboot. If it acts like it's gonna work, then stick with it for now.
It started acting right as soon as I went and I hovered over the power button. It was like, okay.
It's like begging for its life.
Yeah, like why do I have to threaten you? to get you to act right.
Right.
I shouldn't have to do this. Somebody said do an audio stream. Would you guys be okay with that? Aren't you guys bored as heck just from hearing my voice? I mean, I don't have the softest, sweetest voice, okay? You guys wouldn't be bored listening to my voice over? No. I don't know. I'll feel bad doing that to you guys. You guys are so weird. She's moving. She's moving again. She's moving. Stop. Okay. All right, then. Well, anyway, God, I can't even remember what the heck we were talking about. Oh, let's have a distraction. Spaghetti. There's a spaghetti distraction. Let's just have a distraction really quickly since the stream is not going as planned. I like to roll my spaghettis. So, yeah. Gosh, I sound like Kamala Harris. You roll your spaghetti? Me too. I'm so cultured. So good. So this is the thick spaghetti, like the really thick one. The thick noodle. Thick spaghetti for thick girls. Hey. Suka, don't clip that. Do not clip it. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Okay. I'll stop. I'm so shy right now. I'm so shy. Okay. Let me just clear my palate, okay? All right, we're here. And we're still moving. So maybe it's not streaming. Maybe it's not going to freeze on us again. I feel like it's going to freeze right now, but whatever. Okay, so here we go. Oh, really? Lepo? Lepo likes spaghetti with no sauce, only black pepper. Yeah, you're a weirdo. Oh, no, definitely. I think you're a psychopath. Do you have dead people like hidden under your bed or in your freezer or, I don't know, in your backyard? Because only psychopaths do that, right? Right? What normal person eats dry spaghetti with pepper? Oh. It says it was just me then. Yeah, John Doe says no garlic bread. No, that's way too many carbs. I'm already breaking the rules by eating spaghetti after sunset. Now that the stream is working, let's eat. No, I just wanted to test and see if it was still going to be moving after because I didn't want to get deep into conversation and then it stops again. You know what I mean? So I'm like, let's not get deep into conversation and then it freezes. So that's why I took a little bit of a commercial break. Just garlic and olive oil. Ooh, that is so good. Or have you guys ever had, okay, you make the spaghetti, right? You make the noodles, yeah? You put the olive oil, yeah? And then you put like Parmesan, like powder cheese on top, just very lightly, just like, so it barely even coats the olive oil. Oh, and then eat it like that. So good. Or have you guys ever had peanut butter on your noodles? Right now, this one you have to do it mostly with like string noodles, like thinner noodles. But you put peanut butter, right? You take butter and you take some peanut butter and you cook it, yeah. And then you do a couple of other things to it that I don't really remember how to do right now. But ramen. That's what it is. Top ramen. So you take the top ramen, yeah, and you cook it with the little packet thingy, yeah, with the peanut butter, yeah, and then you oil it down a little bit to make it more, viscous, make it more viscous. But anyway, so yeah, you do that, and it is so good. No. You don't even know. It tastes like Thai. What's it called? Pad Thai. It tastes like Pad Thai. So good. It tastes like Pad Thai. I'm telling you. What do you mean it's not normal? Look, don't knock it until you try it. Okay? Okay? I'm telling you. But don't put spaghetti, like, don't put tomato sauce and peanut butter together. That's gross. No spaghetti sauce, no tomato sauce. It just, yeah. Yeah, viscous. What are all those smileys? That's a word that people are like, moist, viscous, succulent. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll stop. Okay. So I responded to that person saying other countries should fear us. We shouldn't fear our president, but other countries should fear him. So I wanted to ask you, what do you guys think? Do you guys believe that Trump should be unpredictable? Or do you guys believe that an unpredictable president is a liability? Guys, get away from the words. I'm asking you all a proper question, okay? Open your books to page 38, back to where we were, okay? What was my question to you all? Should our president be unpredictable? Yakub, I think the government should fear the people. Well, darn straight. But we're talking about the president in particular. In some circumstances, yes, but I don't know off the top of my head. I need an example where I could say yes or no. Shadu, he's unpredictable, not irrational. That's good. And I agree. Because if you pose this question to me, I'm going to say I would prefer an unpredictable president, because you don't want to be easy to study. You don't want people to know what's next. You really don't. Not on the world stage. Not when you're the most powerful nation on the planet Earth. You shouldn't be predictable. You shouldn't. Right? The art of being mysterious is a beautiful thing. See? I got a slow clap. Let's effing go. Stop cursing. Stop cursing, little brother. You will not curse on my channel. But yes, you did get a slow clap. You did. I'm very proud of you. It's just what you said. It made everything click in my head, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Because unpredictability does not equal danger, in my view. It doesn't mean that it's dangerous. But other people are saying that it's dangerous. So that's what it is. It's because he's unpredictable. It's why Kim Jong-un got scared when he tried to threaten us and Trump made his way there. Wasn't that, you know what? Had it been a boomer, they would be like, oh my God, we're going to make a special day in the calendars called Obama and Kim Jong-un date day. Okay. We won't have to go to work because it's going to be a government holiday. But because it was Trump, barely made the news. That was epic. That was historic, what Trump did. And it barely even made headlines. Can you believe? But what flavor ice cream Joe Biden was eating, oh, that made headlines. Do you guys know? Well, did you guys know that Will Smith slapping Chris Rock got more press than Trump meeting with Kim Jong-un, than Trump's assassination attempt, than anything that Trump has done that has been historic? Will Smith slapping Chris Rock got more press, publicity, and attention, and for a longer time period than historic things. Exactly, Aaron. if you guys just go back in history and you guys just see how long Chris Rock, Will Smith drama was in the news versus a freaking assassination attempt on an American president. Hi, Neil. He says, POTUS should be predictable in private conversations with trusted allies, conversations that stay private. But the more publicly unpredictable to hostile powers, the better. Hey, you got a point there. You got a point. That's why I said the people who are on his side should not believe that he's not going to be there for them or that he might turn around and, they shouldn't feel that way. But at the same time, we don't want our enemies to, and we got enemies, many, many enemies, because many men, many, 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 many men wish death on Trump. Okay, sorry. Well, it could have been that. It could have been that they wanted people to watch the Grammys, and we knew that their ratings were so low. And it's been speculated that it was a publicity stunt to get people to be interested in the Grammys again. But why would they use Black people for that? If it's true that the Grammys actually plotted this and planned this whole drama between Chris Rock and Will Smith, why did they use Black people? In a room full of whites, they used Black people to fight to get publicity and to get people to watch the Grammys again. That says more to me than anything. It says more to me because it's like, okay, you guys, I mean, that's a whole conversation. But yeah, I know it is what it is and it isn't what it isn't. I get it. Zealage. I also think this is why the left is scared of him. They can't predict what he will do other than the promises he made anyway. I just got a notification on my phone that Trump did something. I think he banned, what did he do? He banned Leslie Jones. Did I say Leslie Jones? Who is that? Hold on, guys. He banned somebody from somewhere. Here it is. President Trump has just banned Leticia James and Alvin Bragg from entering federal buildings. This is just on X because I did actually open my X account on Twitter. So whatever. But Trump said that they will all be given exactly the same punishment as Joe Biden and all of the other crooks. Wow. He just banned 2 Black politicians from federal buildings, from entering federal buildings. Now, it's not because they're Black, but, the optics. We got to pay attention to the optics because it is what it is and it isn't what it isn't. But President Trump has just banned Leticia James and Alvin Bragg from entering federal buildings. I love Trump. I love him. There's nothing to hate about this man. Well, okay, there is one thing I have a bone to pick with him about, but he's, you know what? Promises made, promises kept. Larry says, who cares if they're Black? The left. And that's why I pointed out, because the left is going to go off and say, oh, Trump is racist. He just blocked 2 Black politicians from entering federal buildings. You know what this sounds like? This sounds like Jim Crow. What we might as well call Trump Jim Crow number 2. That's why, Larry, in case you're wondering, who cares? They care. And that's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try and say that this is a racial thing and this is all Trump being his racist self and blah, blah, blah. But we know that these people, they're bad, not because of their skin color, but because they're just bad. Zealage is Black, and he's banned from every strip club in Ohio. Okay. Well, Zeelich, how did you achieve such a? Okay. Well, whatever. I mean, that's your business, I guess. That's your business. Keep it to myself. Oh my God. Ugh! And now my computer needs the charger. But first, I would like to. Oh, wait, I have the charger here, don't I? Of course I don't. Of course, because that would be something being easy for me. And of course, I'm frozen. You know what? It all came all together. I need my charger, and then I'm frozen all at the same freaking time. Well, it is what it is, and it isn't what it isn't. There it is. So now I see what I have to do to unfreeze myself. I have to threaten to leave the website, and then it unfreezes me. So I guess I found the key in the glitch, I guess. But this glitch is very annoying. So now you guys see it's not my internet, because if I'm able to unglitch myself, it's not my internet. All right, let me get my charger. I'll be back. Or actually, you know what? You guys can come with me, can't you? Oh. And we can change clothes too. Would you like to do that with me? Let's go change my clothes as well. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Go, 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 go. Do, 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 do. Let's go. 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 Oh, God. You guys want to see my double chin? Oh, it froze right when I was going to show my double chin. Well, I guess you guys will never see the double chin. Okay, well, so be it. All right, hold on. Let me get my handy dandy charger. Where are you? Here you are. Guys, you know what? I think this is just a fail. This is a fail. I can tell right now. This is just a fail on my end. All right, I've got the charger. I'm gonna unfreeze myself in a second. Don't worry. Just let me get back down again. I'm gonna unfreeze myself in 1 second. Come on. Come on. Do you guys remember that one guy who was praying to Trump? He was like a sovereign citizen or something. And he prayed to Daddy Trump. Oh, man. All right. I'm plugging in right now. Oh, crap. Don't. Oh, it unfroze. Oh, thank goodness I wasn't where I was. You guys would have seen something crazy. All right. You guys would have seen something crazy that you guys have never seen before if it would have unfrozen right when I was. Oh. See, I thought you guys saw something that I didn't want you guys to see. Something naughty. Okay. See, I got really comfortable thinking that I was frozen. So I was like, oh, I'm frozen, so they can't see what's going on over here. But thank goodness you guys didn't see. You know what I want to do? I want to put on my clothes. Okay, are you guys ready? I know.
Turn your camera off before you do that.
Listen. I didn't know. I thought I was under the safety of Frozen.
You can't count on that.
I was like, no, Samayo. I was like, oh, it's safe to be like unclothed. I'm frozen. I'm safe. I'm frozen. Oh my God. I had my robe open. Oh my God.
Just turn your camera off next time.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't, because listen, if it would have just turned on just like maybe a millisecond before it did. Anyway, it was an accident. It was an accident because I was bending over. I was trying to get the charger, and then the robe was just. But anyway, yeah. All right, here we go. Okay, so you guys want to get to the news? You guys want to get to the news? All right. So in the news. All right, here we go. All right. All right, here we go. All right, thank you, Larry. Mazursuka. What? So it can't even preview it because. Okay, here we go. All right. So I'm here, right? But I'm worried. You know what I'll do? I'll do split screen. That's what I'll do. I'll do split screen so then I can know if you guys can see me or if I'm frozen, okay? That's what I'll do. Okay, so here we go. I'm split screening you guys so that... Okay. Don't worry about that clapping noise in the back. I'll stop it in a second. So make it clap. So make it clap. You guys remember that song? Wasn't that like Sean Paul or somebody? All right. Sean Paul, whatever happened to Sean Paul? Do you guys remember there was a song, right, that Sean Paul used to sing? And he was singing, if you listen to the words, somewhere in the words, he talks about a green banana. Did you guys ever listen to his songs? Anyway, I know I'm a little bit off topic, but whatever. Okay. All right, I'm pulling it up now. All right, here we go. Thank you, Larry, very much for this week's news. Larry scours the news and the magazines and everywhere, the Twitters, the Twatters, the Facebooks. He scours the world for news all week, and this is what he presents to us. So let's all give a round of applause to our friend Larry. All right, Larry, what did you do this time? Ooh, this is a good one. Oh, this is going to be good, guys. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Thank you, Larry. This is good. Okay, here we go. Are you guys ready? Politics. So there are California Democrats who have wasted millions of dollars of taxpayer money, of course, on Trump-proofing legislation. Gavin Newsom has headed to D.C. to beg Trump for money. And we all know that he used to do that to Joe Biden, but he used to beg Joe Biden through Jill. You guys know that Gavin Newsom used to change Jill's oil. He used to change her oil. So, but Gavin Newsom can't do that anymore now because Trump is there and Melania is not feeling him. So now he has to go and beg Daddy Trump for money. So Gavin Newsom has flown all the way to Washington, D.C. to beg Trump for money. Now, what's crazy is biting the hand that feeds you. And with that said, Gavin Newsom has, as we know, headed to D.C. after the California Democrats have wasted $50 million in taxpayer money to pass his bills that are aimed at Trump-proofing their state. The bills provide state Democrats with taxpayer money to file lawsuits against the Trump administration. Are you okay? So wait. There is a bill that is providing state Democrats with taxpayer money to file lawsuits against the Trump administration. So that's almost like retaining an attorney, right? That's almost like putting a deposit down for an attorney because you know something is going to happen that you're going to need to use him. This is exactly what they're doing. They're trying to have some kind of assurance that they'll be able to file lawsuits against Trump. So they took taxpayer money and put it aside just specifically for that. So they have put aside taxpayer money to file lawsuits against the Trump administration, and they have provided deportation defense for illegal invaders. Deportation defense. Can I say something to you guys really quickly? I want to talk to you guys really quickly about something. I forget where this was. I have so many conversations all the time that I don't remember exactly where this was, but I was having a conversation with somebody, and there was a person who came and started speaking to me, and this person said specifically, Amira, America would be nothing without immigration. Okay, everybody in this country is an immigrant from somewhere. The only people who actually belong here are the Native Americans. Everybody else is illegal to them. America would be nowhere without immigration. I responded this way. I said, you're right. America would be nowhere without immigration. Back when during that time, during the early 1900s and the late 1800s, yes, America would have been nowhere without those immigrants coming from Poland, Ireland, Germany, all the places that they came from in Europe, in Eastern Europe, who came here legally. Yeah, those people. Yeah, and that was only a couple of million people. What we have today is a bunch of people coming through our southern border. Our country is not prepared to take in millions and millions every couple of months. We're not prepared to do that. We're not ready to do that. We are not a nation that is just abundant. Like food is abundant for everybody, housing is abundant for everybody, the healthcare system is abundant for everybody. We don't have it going like that to accept that much illegal immigration. Illegal immigration is the difference. I told this person, and this person said, so what's the difference? Just because they don't have paperwork, but they're still people. So you're telling me as long as they don't have a paper, then that makes them bad? I said, you're not understanding. You aren't understanding. The people that come here are jumping on our healthcare system. It's not just about a paper. When we naturalize people to come into this country, we are prepared to accept them in. We have already put into calculation, hey, this person is going to cost around this much to take care of in our healthcare system. Their kids, whatever kids they're going to have, we've already prepared. We don't have preparation for the random people that are coming through the border. And another thing, in case you guys don't know, but I want to talk to you guys about this, is that naturalization is something that should not be skipped. Naturalization is a big issue. We have people living in this country who don't know what country that they're living in. They don't know the country that they're living in. They don't know anything about our history, our culture, our ways of life, our vision. They don't know nothing about this country or its people. When I go to the store, I went to the store, and when I was at the store, I was with my mother-in-law, and we were walking into the checkout line. As we were walking to the checkout line, these people, I believe that they're gypsy, probably from Romania somewhere, but they brushed past us, brushed my mother, like pushed her on her elbow, brushed past through her, and got in front of us. Well, your lioness being your lioness, I said, hi, excuse me. You just brushed past my mother, bumped her. Are you not going to say excuse me? And why are you cutting in line? The person says, oh, but I no understand. So I spoke to them in Spanish. I said, es que no entiendes, no sabes dónde estás, cortaste la línea, get back. She said, oh, I don't know. I hate you. She starts crying. The reason I'm telling you guys about this incident is because when you have people now, a normal American, a person who's lived in this country for their whole life and who's grown up here and who knows the culture, they wouldn't, first of all, if they bumped into somebody, what is the first thing that they say? Excuse me, pardon me, I'm sorry, something. But people who come from another country who don't have the same type of etiquette or don't have the same manners, they don't know. They do what they do in their country. They just brushed past us and kept moving like we didn't exist. So this is the thing that I'm talking about, and cutting the line and all of that. I mean, maybe where they're from, that's common practice, but over here it's not. So this is it's a small example of what I'm talking about, but it is an example of how, if you don't naturalize these people coming here, we are dealing with clashes of cultures living in close vicinity around one another. Do you realize how stressful that is for people who have been born and raised here to now have to be confronted with random cultures where they don't even know how to interact with one another? We don't know how to interact with each other. Not only that, it's frustrating. It's causing stress, levels of stress in Americans who have been here all their lives. That's unnecessary. And not only have you have to live with them, you also got to pay for the bastards too, and their bastard children. Do you know how stressful this is for the average American? That's what this is. That's not saying this immigration issue is not just about, we want people to follow the law. It's beyond the law. It goes into culture, our children, our livelihood, stress levels, our medical system, even housing. I mean, everything is involved in this. So, I mean, for people who just keep acting like this is not a big deal, I beg to differ. But anyway, back to the article. So there have been bills passed in California to Trump-proof the state and also provide deportation defense for illegal invaders. After getting these bills passed, Gavin Newsom flew out to Washington, D.C. to go see President Trump, and he went there to beg him for money for the wildlife relief, of all things. The problem that he should have been able to solve, he didn't solve it, and now he's over there begging on his knees with his tail in between his legs to Daddy Trump, the guy that he says is Hitler incarnate, who's Hitler number 2. Now you're over there begging Hitler number 2 for money for a problem that he told you to fix. When Trump told him, you need to clean that forest, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about, ha, ha, ha. And now you're over there begging him for money for the problem that he told you to fix before it even became a problem. One second. I'm just making sure my computer isn't overheating because the fan is on, but it's not. Well, okay. Well, as long as it's not freezing or anything, I guess we're good. So, let me see. I'm looking at you guys' comments. I'm sorry. He says, right now, that's every Western country. I know. And, well, I don't want to get too worked up on that. We'll just... Says, we had some Guatemalan workers that we had to show them how to use toilet paper. No, that can't be true. That can't be true. Guatemala has toilet paper, from what I know. Well, Kami Zombie says, yeah, but they have a right not to learn our ways. It's dope when they naturalize, but there is the freedom not to. No, there isn't. Technically, if you come properly, you have to get naturalized. You can't just be a citizen. You can't be a citizen without getting naturalized. You have to study. You have to study. You have to learn the president. You have to learn, I believe, the Bill of Rights, the Constitution. You have to learn a couple of things. So you can't just, you have to be naturalized if you actually want to be a citizen. Guatemala has banana leaves. You guys are evil. You guys are evil. He says, well, maybe not Mexico. People are super polite in Mexico. They weren't Mexicans. They started speaking Spanish and acting like they were Latino, but they were Romanians. I know a Romanian when I see a Romanian. They were gypsy. They were gypsies. And they tried to always pass themselves off as Latinos, as Latin immigrants, as they say. We were Latino immigrants. We were Mexico. What Mexico? You think I don't speak Spanish? Well, I guess if you look at me, you don't think I speak Spanish. But I speak Spanish. I can hear you. Your accent is not normal Latino. You are gypsy. They learned just a couple of words in Spanish, and they passed themselves off as Latinos. So I know who I'm dealing with and when I'm dealing with them. That's no question about it. I'm not confused. They're the ones confused. Amira, Romanians are gypsies. Don't let a Romanian hear that they wage war. No, I'm not saying that all Romanians are gypsies, but I'm telling you, these people were Romanian. They were from Romania, for sure. Yeah, because I know, no, nobody wants to be a gypsy. And gypsies aren't really a real race. They're just a group of traveling people who are thieves and pocket pickers and scammers. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking to me or are you talking to... Oh, you're talking to him. Okay. I was like, what are you talking about, bro? Okay, bro, you're wrong about what? Who are you talking to? You said government permanent resident status should be reserved for immigrants who intend to naturalize, and those have no right not to learn the language and customs. Oh, I see. You guys can have the argument. I'm moving on. I'm going to move on to something else. All right, here we go. So back to here. He went there and he's begging President Trump for money for the wildlife relief. The president stated that he's willing to provide support, provided two conditions. Number one, that California implements voter ID. And number two, that water be released to flow through the entire state. Because as you guys know, there's many parts of California that don't have water. They just don't. And it's not because there isn't any. There is, I guess you could say, red tape around where people are like, oh, we're not going to do this. Water should flow freely through the state. And that's what Trump is saying. Those are the conditions. Number one, voter ID. Number two, that water be released through the entire state. And in addition, the president said that he would like to open up an investigation into the state's high-speed rail program. Because, as you guys know, California has a high-speed, a high-speed rail program. I guess it's for like a train or something. It's like a high-speed train or something. But yeah, there's been so much money being taken out for it, but we don't know where it is. After meeting with President Trump and other officials, Gavin Newsom made the following statement. He said, and I quote, "This morning, I met with both Democratic and Republican members of Congress to secure expedited disaster aid to recover and rebuild from the LA firestorms. Our nation is better off when we hold together and support our fellow Americans in times of crisis." Up there. I'm sorry. Listen. The reason is I cannot stand this guy. You guys have to remember, I'm living in this state. I have to deal with him. You guys don't even know. It's no. So anyway, here we go. I want to move on to another story. Hold on. Oh my God. Carrie says the train that has been under construction, it's been in construction since I was in high school. I graduated in 94. Do the math. Well, yeah, it's been a long time coming. Let's just say that. This train thing it's been taking a lot of money, and there hasn't even been a track laid. There's not even a track laid. Is there even a path, a dirt path that has been set aside for this train? No, nothing. So I don't know. There's money for this high-speed railway, but whatever. Can you stop typing in all caps, Kami Zombie? I get you're upset, but just chillax, brother. Chillax. Relax. It is not that serious. I know, Jason. I know. Listen, there's a reason why. I can't speak about the reason why, but there's a reason why we're here. And trust me, I don't know which one was worse, Washington or California. I really don't know. I hate both of them, really, but. Baklava, I'm yelling. Can you guys stop yelling, please? We're in class. We're having school right now. Stop yelling. Okay. Moving on to another story. The DNC makes the Parkland shooting grifter David Hogg their vice chair. So David Hogg, who is the Parkland shooter drifter, has been just made the vice chair of the Democratic National Convention. Okay, so the defeated and abandoned Democratic National Committee took another major step in the wrong direction earlier this week while holding elections. Now, the Democrat Party lost a lot of young voters, as we know, with President Trump, due to bad policies and practices over the last 4 years plus. And in an effort to reel all the young people back into the Democrat plantation, they voted in David Hogg as vice chair. David Hogg, of all people. Good job, DNC. You guys are really, really getting ahead there. You guys are really doing something. Now, in response to David Hogg's appointment, a flurry of his past social media posts have resurfaced this week, because that's what the internet does. That's what the internet do, and the internet will internet. So his past social media posts have resurfaced this week, which always happens. It's happened to me too. I don't know if you guys remember. It happened to me too. Right. But anyway, that happens on the internet. And so these posts have resurfaced to highlight the bizarre election of David Hogg to this new gig, including a 2022 post saying that all drugs should be legalized and there should be a 100% tax on the first $1 billion a person makes in their lifetime. Did you guys hear what I just said? I'll say it again, just for those who are zoning out a second. David Hogg's older post said that there should be a 100% tax on the first $1 billion a person makes. 100% tax. So basically, so. What you're saying is, when I make $1 billion, I'm going to be taxed to the tune of 100% for making my first $1 billion. And that is my reward in the great American Empire of the United States of America, that's what my prize is. My prize is to be taxed 100% of my $1 billion. So all drugs should be legalized, and that there should be 100% tax on the first $1 billion that a person makes. These are just normal things, of course. He also advocated for the gun policy adopted by Australia, universal health care, and free college, because, of course, Democrats believe that everything is free. This guy even posted a comment declaring his preference to own a Porsche instead of having a child. He'd rather have a piece of metal that can be destroyed and ripped apart and all that than having a child, which would bring legacy, family, bloodline. He'd rather have a piece of metal that will be eventually in the scrapyard and never be thought of again, rather than having a legacy. So this is the type of person that we're talking about, okay? We're not talking about good, valuable Americans that we need more of. We're not talking about that. We're talking about this, because he believes that having a Porsche is better for the environment, than having a child. I guess because of the carbon. I guess you don't want to put carbon into the air, and having a child puts so much carbon in the air because children fart, I guess. He also advocated for the defunding of the police and the abolishment of the immigration services, ICE. So he believes that we should get rid of police, but yet he wants a Porsche. He believes we should get rid of the police, but he would rather have a Porsche instead of a child, because that makes sense. Because the first thing you want to do is have a Porsche when there's no police around that you can crawl on to cry when that Porsche gets stolen or damaged. That's exactly what you need, is a Porsche. I hope he gets his Porsche. I really do. But anyway, this Parkland grifter claimed to have raised $11 million for the DNC by knocking on doors around all of America to support this election win, which he accepted despite his 2022 post that said, and I quote, we already have enough straight white men in power. It would be nice to see someone who finally look like our country and not privilege. Wait. Do you guys hear that? It sounds like I don't know, faggotry. I know faggotry when I hear it. Faggotry is a language that I'm very familiar with, not because I like it or but I just know it. Okay, I've studied it. I know it. He had a post on his social media saying that there's enough white straight men in power, but yet him, as a white straight man, has accepted a power position by the DNC.
Correction. I don't believe that David Hogg is straight.
Oh, well, that doesn't surprise me either, I guess. Well, I guess that's why I did hear faggotry. I mean, it does make sense. But he's still white, and he's male, and hey! Yes, I'm yelling at my machines in the house. Shush! Okay. Talk too much. You talk too much. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry about that. That is a long song for no reason at all. That's a very long song. Okay. But anyway, so he's still white and male. And yet he says that is a problem. You don't want to see more white men be in power, but yet you just accepted a power position by the DNC. So you are going to join the list of white men in power. Ugh. But anyway, moving on to another story. Let's just move on. I'll move on. And no, the ghost is here. Don't say that because he might show up. Stop it. Stop. Please stop. Stop. No. I'm serious. I'm serious, guys. Do not do that. Do not. Because I am afraid of that thing showing up, okay? 1 second. I don't know why the fan is on. It's not even hot. The laptop is not even hot, but the fan is on. I don't know. Sometimes it just does weird things, I guess. Okay, I want to move on to a different story. Let's move on to something else, okay? Here we go. Let's move on. Everybody clean your minds, clean your palates, clean your faggots. Clean your palates, not faggots. Because a faggot is just a pile of sticks, and a pallet is kind of a pile of something. So, whatever. All right, so the federales are suing Illinois and Chicago for impeding in deportation efforts. And of course it would be Illinois, Chicago, I guess you could say, for impeding deportation efforts. The Justice Department is going on the offensive against the state of Illinois, in case you guys don't know, and the city of Chicago over their support of illegal immigrants. The department is accusing Illinois and Chicago of interfering with the federales' illegal immigration crackdown efforts. The subject of the lawsuit is the Trust Act, which prevents state and local law enforcement from assisting federal immigration authorities. And they are also not allowed to interfere. They cannot assist or interfere. Okay? So, which according to the federales is a violation of the Constitution's Supremacy Clause, which states that federal law preempts state and local laws that conflict with it. Federal law is the law of the land. There's no state, there's no law above it. So the fact that the state of Illinois and the city of Chicago, the fact that they are trying to stop the federals, the feds, the fact that they're trying to stop the feds from deporting the illegal immigrants is an absolute violation of the Supremacy Clause, and this is the reason why they're being sued. I just don't understand. Let me ask you guys, why? What do they gain by keeping these illegals there? What are they gaining? Why are they prepared to risk it all for? I'm baffled because the election is over. Election season is over. Why are you still trying to hoard these rats? I don't understand. I don't understand. I really don't. But anyway, moving on. Wait, what happened, Larry? Larry, something happened on your thing because after this story, it kind of cuts out. So let me see what's going on here. 1 second. I'm trying to open this in Google Docs instead. Oh, yes, here we go. Okay. So for some reason it didn't open in the regular, but I got it to open on the other thing. Okay, we're good now. We're back in business. All right, here we go. Okay, so I'm done with that story, but I'm going to move on to a different. Oh, actually, no. Oh, we do have. Okay. This is juicy. So the new Attorney General, Bondi, whose name is Bondi, has ordered the Department of Justice to pause funding for sanctuary cities. So you guys see how Chicago and Illinois are both trying to stop the deportation of the illegal immigrants. Well, they're claiming that they're sanctuary cities. The Department of Justice has paused funding for these cities now. So if you want to hoard these illegals, you're not going to have any funding sent to your cities anymore. And many liberal states and cities have drawn a line in the sand against federal immigration efforts. In many cases, are actively assisting illegal immigrants to avoid the ICE agents. Their actions caught the eye of the new Attorney General, Pam Bondi, who has ordered a pause in funding for sanctuary cities and states that refuse to assist the federal government in capturing and deporting those illegal invaders, or illegal cockroaches, as I like to call them. Okay? In her memo, the Attorney General, our new Attorney General, Pam Bondi, asserted that the pause is consistent with applicable statutes, regulations, court orders, and terms. The pause will be in effect until a review of the funding is completed, and any agreements in violation of the law are terminated. This includes waste, fraud, and abuse, or abuse. Any findings of these violations will result in recoupment efforts, which means give my money back. I just love when stuff just works out. I love when things work out. I really do. I'm absolutely in love. I'm in love. I really am. Look, guys, I don't know if you guys are as happy as I am. I am so happy. Is something wrong with my computer? You said, Rachel, wait, there's nothing wrong with it, right? What's going on with my computer? Okay, here we go. Next. So the FCC is, you know that the FCC is probing George Soros' radio station for exposing locations of undercover ICE agents, because of course, George Soros, Daddy Soros, is along with those Democrats who are trying to protect the illegal immigrants, right? And they are preparing and warning illegal immigrants of where ICE agents are going to be. The Federal Communications Commission is investigating a George Soros-backed radio station that broadcasted live locations of the ICE agents, which, now I'm going to get off the article for a second and tell you, which first of all is a huge violation because it puts the ICE agents in danger, because you don't know if those illegal immigrants have concocted some type of plan to actually harm the ICE agents. And you are sitting there telling them exactly where ICE agents are. You're telling them their exact locations live. It's nasty. This is absolutely disgusting. And to think that we have this in our country, we have Americans that are acting more like terrorists. This is terrorist act. These are terrorist actions. Okay. Now, if an Arab was doing this, we would be called terrorists. But because it's George Soros or something like that, this is terrorist actions. I think that this should be considered. I think that this is grounds for big arrests to be done. I think this is grounds for big arrests to be done. I really do. I hope Trump and his teams are looking into that, because this is putting in danger the ICE agents. But anyway, the audacity of them. Soros has invested money into 200 Audacity radio stations across the United States last year, one of which is the San Francisco-based KCBS, which is a radio station in the AM side, channel 740. The radio station now is in the FCC's crosshairs. FCC Chairman Brandon Carr told reporters that the FCC will hold broadcasters accountable for not being in compliance with FCC rules and public interest obligations. The Audacity Radio did not respond to comment requests. Of course not. Of course not. They're going to act like, oh, no, it wasn't really what you said it was, or, oh, we didn't get the memo, or I don't know. What else could they say? They could just give us a middle finger too, because they're so comfortable on the left with doing this kind of things. They probably think Joe Biden is still in office. Hi, serious and silly and seriousness. How are you? Smiles and twisted. Oh my God. Hi, girl. Okay. Hi, how are you? Okay, all right. I'm going to stay focused. I'll stay focused because I'm seeing a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time in the chat. I appreciate you guys for coming. Thank you guys for being here. Now let's get back to news. Let's go to LGBTQIA plus pedos plus everything sick news, because you guys already know I am always on my best behavior when I talk about this subject. I mean, LGBTQIA plus pedos plus everything sick. I mean, who wouldn't be calm and composed when talking about these wonderful, colorful topics? These are topics that, that really get the blood flowing. Let's use a different terminology. These are topics that really wake me up in the morning. You know what I mean? These are topics that cause my Tourette's to act up, but that's all right, because we're all going through this together, and I'm just glad we're here in this intervention together. Wait, this isn't an intervention? Okay. All right, let's go to LGBTQIA plus pedos, but everything's sick. USAID. Now, this group, they have a staff, okay, who has hidden pride flags and incriminating books. They hid all these things when Doge arrived, DOGE. Okay, so a USAID employee has revealed to news outlets that when Doge staff arrived, the co-workers hid their pride flags and incriminating books from them. This whistleblower who gave this away told reporters that even though Doge is not technically a government agency, it is linked with the president, resulting in the game of hide and seek. Doge, and I quote, someone said, Doge was in the building. We took down our pride flags. I took out any books that I felt would be incriminating. This is a person who said, this was a staff member who spoke about this. Now, once inside the building, Doge staff proceeded to take whatever they could get their hands on, and at one point even locked the USAID staff out of their computers after shutting down all of the related websites that have to do with USAID. So, since some very questionable USAID payments were revealed last week, more spending was exposed this week, including a $1.3 million program to quote unquote advance DEI programs. We all know what DEI is, of course, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So there has been $1.3 million in a program invested to advance DEI programs into places of work and business communities in Serbia. Serbia, Habibi, Serbia. We're going to Serbia. Do these people? The group is called USAID, but we are putting our money where our mouths are, because our money doesn't need to be, spent on us. It needs to be spent in Serbia, in DEI programs, okay? Because the people in Serbia need more diversity, equity, and inclusion. I think that that's exactly what Serbians want. Serbians are in desperate need of diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's what Serbians every Serbian that I know, every Serbian that I know, that's their biggest complaint, is that there isn't enough diversity in their country. Equity and inclusion, because that's what Serbians really, they really desire most. But aside from that Serbian talk, there has also been a $70,000 program for a DEI musical. Guess where? Ireland. Ireland. Oh, Ireland. Ireland. Because Ireland is the most diverse place that I've ever seen. Okay, let me tell you. Woo. I mean, you should see the diversity in Ireland. I mean, there's a huge battle between redheads with green eyes versus redheads with no eyes, because that's just Ireland. Am I right? Right. And then there's also been $32,000 for another transgender comic book, and this one is in Peru. A transgender comic book in Peru, and they needed $32,000 for that, because of course. So moving on, let's move on, since we're on the topic of faggotry and carpet munchers and oh my gosh, women with sticks and balls. Well, then let's move on into a new topic. So families with trans children are leaving America, so it seems, because earlier this week it was reported that families with transgender children are fleeing the United States out of fear of what Trump's second term might mean for them. According to the reporting article, the worst is yet to come due to Trump's urging for Congress to pass federal laws prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. Trump is passing laws prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. I love this man. I love this man. I love this man. Call it what it is and don't deviate from what it is. I hate when people keep trying to call it cute names like, oh, it's gender affirming. No, it's sexual mutilation. That's what that is. Let's be real. It's neutering. Spaying. You know how you spay a cat? You're spaying them. Let's call it what it really effing is. Population control. Oh, am I wrong? Am I wrong? The fleeing families are facing challenges leaving America for perceived green pastures. Other countries are tightening their immigration and asylum requirements, including countries like Denmark, Finland, and Italy, which are traditionally known for being favorable to refugees. Asylum seekers will likely be sent to another country while their applications are processed. Other countries, like the UK, are creating barriers to discourage immigrants from settling, including new rules for student visas, which will not allow undergraduate and master's students to bring their dependents, meaning don't bring your children. You can't bring your children. Okay? If you're a student, you come alone, and then you go home after your schooling is finished. This has resulted in student visa numbers dropping drastically. Now, I listen. Am I supposed to cry? Am I supposed to cry about that? Am I wrong for being happy? Well, I have one last article for you all, okay? And this is a special report that has just came in, and Larry, he just saw it today. So, special report just in, hot off the press. The news is just arrived. Here we go. There is a Democrat insurrection pending. Democrat insurrection. Okay? The Democrat leadership have been losing their flipping minds in the wake of the Trump administration keeping its promise to fix the problems that have been caused by the Biden-Harris administration. New Jersey Democrat LaMonica McIver stood outside of the Treasury Department with her fellow Democrats, screaming that they will fight back and vowed to, quote unquote, shut down the Senate before declaring that the Democrats are at war with the rest of the country. If a Republican had said those words, we would never hear the end of this. We wouldn't hear the end of it. It would be front page news. Oh, the Republicans, they are at war with America. Those Republicans, they are evil. They are insurrectionists. They are out there and using terminologies like they're at war and they're. But look, these people are talking about fighting. Trump once said fight back, and then it was all over the news that Trump is inciting violence. People said Trump is inciting violence by saying fight back. But then they saw how many times Biden also said, we are going to fight this. We're going to fight to do, but that was never inciting violence. But it's inciting violence when Trump says it. Okay. But anyway, here's a quote. Let them know, especially the Republicans, that we will not take this. We will fight back. God damn it, shut down the Senate if we have to. We are at war. Anytime a person can pay $20 million into a campaign, they have been given access to the Department of the Treasury of the United States of America. We are at war. End quote. Problem is, the people that are on the left, they really believe this. They really believe it. And there's people on the right too, that if Trump said that we were at war with our country, with our own country, there are people on the right who would believe it too. But the responsible thing as a person in politics is to be aware of the people that you're speaking to, be aware of their mental states when they hear you speaking, and to be responsible so that words cannot be twisted into things that maybe you didn't intend them to be. You're supposed to try to be very clear and concise with your words, because people are listening to you and people are judging their day, judging their week, judging their year on what you're saying. So for her to use words like, we are at war, we need to fight our country, especially the Republicans, we won't take this, we're going to shut down everything. There are people out there who really take that seriously. And McIver is speaking about Elon Musk and Doge, D-O-G-E, who were contracted to investigate the wasteful spending at USAID and other departments that have been spending taxpayer money on ridiculous programs like things in Serbia, Ireland, Peru, and others. In response to McIver's speech, Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, oh my gosh, I don't even know what came out of her mouth, but I guess we'll see. Marjorie Taylor Greene does not have a filter. But anyway, Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene tagged 2 federal agencies on X with a statement, and I quote, "This sounds like an insurrection to me." AOC and several other Democrats are adopting the same stall tactics to delay the appointments of Trump's cabinet nominations to ultimately derail his Make America Great Again agenda, which they call a threat to democracy. Democrat lawmakers have also hosted protests like the one headed by LaMonica McIver. Texas Democrat Representative Jasmine Lockett, she said the following, and I quote, "We're going to be in your face. We're going to be on your ass. And we're going to make sure that you understand what democracy actually looks like. And this ain't it." End quote. Democrat Ed Markey has also threatened to descend on Washington, D.C. with hundreds of thousands and millions of people with their next rally. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries has revealed in his 10-step plan to obstruct the Republican majority by challenging any and every decision made by the majority for any reason, or basically no reason at all. They're just going to be a speed bump, a hindrance, a weight on any progress that the Republican Party or the Republican majority will try to do. And finally, as we come to a close, this is probably the most embarrassing part. California Democrat Maxine Waters, the Wicked Witch of the West, and other Democrats have attempted and failed to storm the Department of Education building. Their efforts were derailed by a planned cloth security guard. Okay, I'm going to re-say that because their efforts were derailed by a plain-clothes security guard. So it was a security guard in regular clothes who was posted in front of the main entrance door. When he refused to show his ID to Waters, Maxine Waters, for a second time, she and her mob resorted to bullying the man, with one of them calling a DEI hire or calling him a DEI hire because the man had an accent. So this was a security guard. He had an accent. And when they didn't let Maxine Waters in through the door, they started yelling at him and calling him a diversity, equity, and inclusion hire. And they called him that because the man had an accent. But this guard, the security guard, he stood calm, stoic, and he remained uninterested in engaging with Maxine Waters and the other female Democrats that were harassing him. That is absolutely embarrassing. Absolutely. But that's pathetic. You tried to storm the Department of Education building and you got stopped by a security guard who sounds very noble, but you got so offended because he didn't allow you to take out your plan, to continue your plan. So you as a minority and you as a person who claims to speak out for minorities, you started to insult him because he has an accent in his minority status and saying that he only has a job because he's minority. But you actually care about minorities, right? But these people are hypocrites. They're hypocrites. And we already knew. There's nothing surprising to us at this point. Am I right? How are you guys feeling? That last story has to be the most embarrassing. He actually looked miserable, says Fionn. Smiles and MD says, she still looks like James Brown. You know, the thing is, don't do that. Don't do that. James Brown looks better than her. Okay, James Brown looks like an Asian woman with dark skin. Okay, James Brown would still make a more beautiful woman than Maxine Waters will ever be in her whole career. This woman, she is the Wicked Witch of the West. She is. We all know. But don't, James Brown looks way better than her. Okay. James Brown is still more attractive. Oh, she looks like a burnt gremlin. That is actually true. She really does look like a burnt gremlin. She, evil, that's what evil will do to you. Evil will have you looking crazy like that. That's what happened to her. She's evil. That's what evil does. She looks like somebody smothered butter all over her face, all over her body, and then threw her in the Arizona desert for months. She just sat there for months with butter slathered all over her face. That's what it looks like. She looks like she literally got burnt because her skin is so leathery. She hasn't taken care of her skin. Her hair is not real. She's wearing these wigs. It's just, no, I'm not going to do this. No, Smiles. I'm not going to let you tempt me into damnation. I'm not going to let you tempt me into doing the devil's work for you. I will not. I won't let you do this to me. But I'm just saying, like, if you really think about it, listen, stop. Okay, stop. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not. I'm done. But anyway, J-Rock. No, that's Bert. Okay. No, Zealage. Have you noticed? Okay, all of you guys. Have you guys noticed that these women, Nancy Pelosi, right? Maxine Waters, both of them, they always cover their necks with scarves and stuff, or high collared shirts. Have you guys noticed that? Why? What do they have in their necks that they're hiding? Listen. I know it's just speculation at this point, but I speculate that they do something devilish with their necks, like adrenochrome or something, like putting the adrenochrome into like, like, I don't know. But then I imagine that if you put it in at the wrong moment, it'll start coming out like, and then they have to like cover it up with like scarves and stuff because it leaves a scar or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know. Look, I'm just speculating, but they all wear these scarves around their necks, and it looks. Listen, I can't be the only one who's noticed this. They're like those ghost stories where their ribbon is the only thing holding their severed heads on. Listen, I really think something is up there. Something is wrong. You guys can't tell me any different. No, does Hillary do it too? Sometimes. She doesn't do it as much, but she does it sometimes. She does. She has episodes where she does that, where Hillary does that. She'll do it for like a week or so and then it stops. I'm telling you, something is up. Smiles said, liberal women age like milk because they don't take care of themselves. And you know what? Women who are out of order age faster because you're out of order. You're not living the life of a woman. You're not living a proper life that a woman should be living. So you age faster. They all got turkey neck. I want to give them all Botox for Christmas. No, but have you, okay, now let's talk about something serious, right? Something serious. It has been proven that women who are more promiscuous in life, who are more, experimental, you could say. Women who, who've been out there, who've been outside, as they say. Women who have been outside, they tend to age faster. And worse, they age worse because it's just not right. Women are not supposed to always have the O face. They're not always supposed to have O face, and it messes with you. You look bad. And the thing is, I think somebody, one doctor, or he was a sociologist or something, but he had said something about all the heartbreak and breaking up and constantly being with new men and all of this takes a toll on your up here and you're down there. Your mind, your face, your neck, all of that is gone, and then you're down there. It's bad. It's bad. So I mean, Smiles, I think you're right, because liberal women constantly say that, being a whore isn't a bad thing, that you shouldn't whore shame, you shouldn't hoe shame, you shouldn't. But it's like, yeah, we should. We really should, because we don't want this. Nobody wants that for their own daughter. Nobody wants to see their daughter out there like that. Your daughter at the age of 30, she looks 60. Come on now. And at 60, she has a neck that's hanging down to her bosom. Well, hanging down to where her bosom used to be. And after that, her bosom is down there, but then whatever. I just, yeah, no. Oh my gosh, no. Hey, Frost. He says, liberal women are gross. That's why I can't stand Rachel. Oh, you hate Rachel so much. Can you stop hating on her? Listen, aside from her politics, she's a very faithful friend. Okay. I'm just saying she's very faithful, but I understand why you don't like her. I get it. Sometimes I hate her too. Don't worry. Serious though, when you act like a man, you allow yourself to be a vessel of the devil. Your insides show. Ooh. And may the church say amen. Amen. Because that people don't speak about this stuff. They don't speak about it because people think it's not real. People are like, oh, that's not real. That's just a bunch of hocus pocus. That's just a bunch of people trying to scare you into being virginal. No. We have centuries of humanity who have learned these things from millennia of living and going through this. These are things that are passed down from our ancestors, telling women, if you knew what's good for you, you would not do this. If you knew what's good for you, you would do that. And we don't listen to them because we're like, oh, that's just old school. Oh, that's not real. No, that's just a way to scare us. No, ancestors knew. And how else is wisdom supposed to be passed down? But nobody wants to hear. Nobody wants to hear what Smiles just said. They all start looking like Beetlejuice. All right, so I'm gonna Beetle, what are you doing here? Have you finished talking bad about me on the other side of the internet? I haven't seen you recently because you've gotten more sneaky about it. But everybody that I see that leaves a bad comment about me, I always think it's you. I do. I always think it's you. You guys remember when B-Roll was talking about me at the other channels? B-Roll, don't think I didn't see you. You said, Amita, is that cake up makeup that seems to be the trend these days? I don't know if it's makeups or if it's diet and promiscuity. I would think it's more diet and promiscuity more than makeups. But it is true. Wearing too much makeups constantly messes up your skin, causes acne, causes pre-aging. Oh, but you see how many girls are getting Botox and injections and so on, like young, you're like 23, 24, and you're getting, what's it called? Botox fillers and all that. It's crazy. And it makes them look older faster. Kylie Jenner is an example. Kylie Jenner the tender age of like what, 24 she is, or 25, and she looks like she's about 35 because she started getting fillers and all that stuff very young. She started like at 20 or 19. Now she looks old now. Yes, they suck the cheek fat out, and that's the thing that keeps you looking young. Why do you think girls look young? It's because you have the cheeks, all this, all the stuff that I try to get rid of. Look, I'm trying to get rid of mine, but that's the thing that keeps us looking young is the cheek fat. Is this stuff. That's the stuff that makes you look young. And all those doctors in LA and so on, they just suck it right out of the women because it makes them look skinny. Heroin chic. Yakub says Rachel will age like Maxine Waters. No, I've saved Rachel. I've saved her in a lot of ways. She will not age like Maxine Waters because she's not promiscuous. She's married. So I made sure my best friend got married. I told her, I'm not going to be your best friend if you stay single. Because once I got married, I said, I can't hang out with single girls. What'd she do? Got married. So I saved that girl. I saved her. She's married, and that's how it should be. Ozempic is also bad. I know. Haider. Hello, Haider. He says, they do not look because they are not feminine. Haider, when you live the life of a man and you're a woman, it ages you faster too. Because you're not supposed to be living like that, right? It makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense. Women living the life of men makes them age faster because you're out of order. You're not supposed to be, yeah. Art of Will says, when they say time flies when you're having fun, it wasn't just a saying. But Will, that's a saying that's as old as time. Time flies when you're having fun. And people, it's true. It's so true. Stop. Ooh, Smile said, notice how Gen Z look older at 20 than millennials did. There's a reason for that. I've noticed that younger generation went from looking like babies, like 9-year-olds, to looking 17 to now looking 30. They skipped the 20s. They completely skipped the whole 20s. There's none of that progression. They just went from looking like 9-year-olds to 17. From 17, then they woke up one day and now they're 30. You're like, what happened? I don't know what it is. People say that it was COVID or something, but I don't know. I do read your comment. I just read your comment. Oh my gosh. No, I just read your comment. Oh my God. I read it before I even saw that because I saw it. But sometimes your comments are so bad that I can't read them out loud, Will. I can't read all your comments because the way you type. He says, Amira, where did you see this? B-roll, I'm not gonna go in this with you again. Oh my God, Will, see, this is the reason why I don't read your comments. You see why I don't read your comments? Rachel passed the paper bag test in both color and looks. Can you stop, Will? Oh my gosh. Rachel, no, Beak. I invited her on today, but she had a dinner party. She's at a dinner party right now. And yeah, she said she might come by after dinner party, but I told her by then we'll be done with the stream. But she said this week she will come. So be on the lookout for me to make a random stream. It may be Tuesday or Wednesday. So either Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm going to stream and then she's going to be with me. So it is coming. It's coming like in a couple of days. So yeah, because we've already made an agreement. We've already made, the deal. Okay then, guys, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go because I want to go night night. No, Frost, no. Both are my friends, and I would not put them in a room together. Do you guys ever have those two friends that both of them are your friends, but you would never put them in a room together? These are my friends that I would not put in a room together. Okay. I love Rachel. I love Chronic. I will not put them in the same room together. I will not. I refuse. Okay. Chronic, he would, and then Rachel, listen, Chronic would do what Chronic does, and he would do that to my best friend. And then he would just come to me later and apologize. He'd just come to me later and be like, sorry, but you knew it was going to happen. I'd be like, and because there's nothing I could do. I can't stop Chronic from being Chronic. He's going to do what Chronic does. And Rachel, she's going to be snobby. She's going to be, she would be Karen heaven. Okay, she would be in Karen heaven, and Chronic would be in his green skinned warband mode, and then that would just be, it would be awful. It would be a disaster. I think I would be banned from YouTube. I would, oh man, it would be so bad. I mean, just thinking about it, that's scary. Anyway, guys, bye. No, Yakub, that's what you think. You think she won't cry. She won't cry. She will become the worst Karen that you have ever seen. She wouldn't let him speak. And then I don't know what would happen. It would just be bad. It would be bad. For us, I would pay to watch. No, I cannot. I cannot do this. I wonder what Chronic is doing this Tuesday or Wednesday. I might have to ask him what he's going to be doing Tuesday or Wednesday. Don't give me any ideas. Low worst Karen, no smiles. You don't know who they're talking about. I don't think you've ever met my best friend. I don't think you've ever seen her. They have. The chat has Karen, smiles. You don't know what they've seen. They've seen too much. They know too much of my life. Yes, of course, Frost. Of course. Why would I expect your money to be on Rachel? Of course. Beetle says, don't go. I have to, Beetle. I have to. And Samuel, I don't want anything to do with it. Samuel, you have no choice. You sold your soul to me. Remember? You don't have a choice. You're going to have to be there. You have to. And you're going to be modding too. Good luck. I feel like, Samuel, you're the mod. You're the main mod. You're the only mod in the Rachel and Chronic stream. Poor Samuel, he'd be like, block, remove, block, remove. And I'd still be arguing, Samuel, you didn't finish. You missed 2 comments. He'd be like, oh my God. You guys are funny. Okay, good night. No, smile, same. No, I gotta go. No, Frost, you better not even mention Rachel to Chronic, okay? I've never even let Chronic know that I have a friend like that, okay? Chronic doesn't even know I have a friend like that. Okay. And they're your friends. You don't do it. Listen, Carrie, sometimes watching my friends do their thing is nice. I know I'm their friend too, but it would be kind of nice to watch them do their thing because Chronic does his thing and she does hers. It might be a show. Good night, everybody. Good night. Thank you all for coming today. I am so happy to see you. You want a mod? You want a mod, Smiles? You want to? I know you're a mod on the other channel. I know you are. So I know you are a good mod. I've seen you mod. All right, then. Well, yeah, I think so too, Haider. I think so too. Me too. I kept my soul. That's why I'm chained to the engine block. Good night, everybody. It's so nice to see you. Men salam wa oh, thank you. Tasbala khair. Thank you. Good night, Amira. I hope I get your notifications from now on. I know, seriously. Subscribe. Oh my god, you guys know I've never said that on my channel. Like and subscribe. You guys, I will never say that to you again. I have never told any of you guys to subscribe, but Smiles, subscribe. Just subscribe, please. All right then, guys. Good night. Thank you all for coming. I have enjoyed tonight very, very much. You guys have made my night all the better. I will see you all Tuesday or Wednesday. Keep a lookout for me. I will be with your best friend and mine too, Rachel. And with that, I yield my time. Good night, everybody.